Hello. Mm. Hello, everybody out there. This is Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. Here. We're going to be giving updates on the men's college basketball tournament, round of 64. We do have major breaking news. We do have a major upset in college basketball world. Abilene Christian University, 14 seed, knocks off 3 seed Texas. I actually had made about 5 or 6 brackets, and one of my brackets just got entirely busted. Basically, on one of my upset brackets and my bracket that I put on the Pat McAfee uh, talk show for their contest, and they were my champion. Texas was a pretty good team. Abilene Christian University, don't really know much about them. Not a lot of people know about them. Wow. A complete shocker there. I think honestly that was a bigger shocker than the Ohio State, the 2 seed getting upset because the team that they played, they Oral Roberts has been in the tournament and has done things in the tournament and been very competitive in the tournament in years past and stuff. But this Abilene Christian University upsets and beats and knocks off Texas University 53-52. I got more scores behind me. Sorry about that. I'm just adjusting my thing. I'm going to give you the quick running down of all the scores. Here we go. Number 5, Creighton holds off. I told you all in my last video yesterday. There was some games to watch out for that could be possible upsets, and this was one of them. I said that Creighton would barely survive, and they did. They survived by 1 point. 5 seed Creighton, 63. 12 seed UCSB, 62. More breaking news that I do have to get to you. This really has never been done. It's because of the COVID. There's COVID protocols in place for the NCAA to have their tournament. All of it here in Indy and Indianapolis. Some of the tournaments are being played in Bloomington, Indiana, where the Indiana Hoosiers play. Just different locations across Indiana. But all the teams are playing, and the whole tournament is playing in the state of Indiana. And one school could not play their game tonight due to COVID protocols, and that would be VCU. VCU and the Oregon game was a no contest. Oregon automatically moves into the next round of 32, where I believe they then play Iowa. So here we are going to break down all the scores of today's games and then break down the next round's games. Okay. A lot of these were really, really good games. Like I said, they really were. Wow. Abilene Christian University, man, what a shocker. They also play. So one of the double-digit seeds going to the Sweet 16. I just want y'all to know that because 6 seed BYU and 11 seed UCLA, upset at 6 seed BYU. So UCLA in the round of 32 will then face off against Abilene Christian University, and one of those Cinderella stories is going to the Sweet 16. 5 seed Colorado, 93. 12 seed Georgetown, 73. I thought it could be closer and a potential upset. I didn't really feel strongly about Georgetown. I knew they were on a hot streak. They won like the last 6 games. They won their conference title because they had to do everything in that conference title to even get in because they were one game above 500 by the time that they won their conference title and got in at 13-12. But they snuck in. Great story, a good ending there in the conference tournament and everything for um, Georgetown University, led by Patrick Ewing. But it comes to an end. Colorado just overpowered them. Too much for Georgetown. 4 seed Florida State holds off 13 seed UNCG 64-54. I told you that'd be another game that would be close, and it was. Florida State was down at one point. I mean, it was close. It was tight. So pretty much like all the games that I said were going to be close and upset alerts were really good games. Florida State pulled away in the end. Number 3, Kansas against 14 seed Eastern Washington. Another close. I didn't think. I thought Kansas would actually just pull away in this first round. They didn't. They won by 9, but don't think it was an overly impressive 9-point win. They won that one 93-84. I'm not impressed with Kansas. I was not impressed with them. I'm really not. I'm not. Their defense sucks. I'm just gonna flat out put. I know there's. Look, Kansas Jayhawks. I know there's Jayhawk fans out there. Your defense sucked, and you keep that up, you're gonna be bounced out here very soon. There's much better teams out there still, so I don't see Kansas lasting long. 8 seed LSU 76 against they won 76-61 against 9 seed St. Bonaventure. Numbers 1 seed Michigan gets to win 82-66 against 16 seed Texas Southern. Number 2 Alabama 68, 15 seed Iona 55. After the loss, their coach, well known, has been for a long time, well known around the sports world. First year coach at Iona, says he's done playing with the big market teams, and he wants to build something there at Iona. So Rick Pitino's putting it out there. He wants to stay and build something there with Iona. So he basically wants to show that he can take a small program and make them winners. You know what? Good for you, Rick Pitino. I know there's been a lot of controversy with you. I know you've gone through a lot of ordeals with Louisville and other schools, and in the NBA with the Celtics and stuff like that, and other teams. But you know what? Kudos for trying to help a very small, non 5 powerhouse achieve some great things. I admired that about what you said. So I hope you hold true to that, and I hope that you can do some great things with a small market team, because I've been waiting for small market teams to actually break out. Same thing with college football. I really wish that they would, oh boy, they kind of screwed over IU in college football. Whenever Florida lost 2 games in a row and only dropped one in the ranking. Had like 3 or 4 losses and stayed in the top 10. And Indiana had 1 loss against a team that was in the title game. Ohio State, and lost by 7. And could have actually won that game if it wasn't for some fumbles on interceptions on defense. Man. I don't like what they did with like Cincinnati and other schools. These small schools and all these sports like football and basketball, they need more love. 6 seed USC 72, 11 seed Drake 56. Number 2 seed Iowa 86, 15 seed Grand Canyon, 74. A bit closer than I would think it was going to be. 12 points. I actually thought that would be like a 30-point blowout or something close. Like I said, here comes another upset. Again, this is another upset I called yesterday. I said, really watch out for this. I really thought that I said it would be really close and it would be a nail biter. It would come down, towards the end, and it did. And I warned Virginia to watch out for Ohio. I warned fans for Virginia to watch out for Ohio. And sports fans, Ohio knocks off Virginia. 13 seed Ohio, 62. 4 seed Virginia, 58. I said it'd be about 4. Go check it out. I mean, I've been some of these. It's just matchups. Sometimes it's really about the matchups. Do you match up well against these other smaller schools? What your team is? Yeah, you may be a big, high powerful team, but what your weakness is, probably another team's greatest asset. And sometimes that's just what happens. The matchup isn't good. And the matchup wasn't good with Ohio, with Virginia. 10 seed Maryland beat 7 seed UConn. That's not a shocker. I mean, UConn was not that good this year. 8 seed Sooners, 72. 9 seed Missouri, 68. Pretty good matchup between the Sooners, Oklahoma, and Missouri. 4-point game, pretty good 8-9 matchup there. And like I said again, 14 seed Abilene Christian University, 53. 3 seed Texas, 52. To me, that is the upset of the tournament so far. It's the upset of the tournament so far. Because really, towards the end of the tournament and towards the end of the regular season, Texas came on strong to me. They look really, really strong. And that's why in one of my, I have 6 brackets, they were my championship winner. I really thought Texas would go far. And then, there was some brackets for Sweet 16. That's about it. But I really did like Texas as a team. But they fell. They fell in the upset. 1 seed Gonzaga, 98. 16 seed Norfolk State, 55. Enough said on that one. Gonzaga was not losing in the first round. No. I saw where people were saying, "Oh, upset alert!" It was 13-12. Gonzaga was down by a point real early in the game. I'm like, "You're out of your mind." 11 seed UCLA, 73. 6 seed BYU, 62. So yeah, I'm gonna put something on here for you, sports fans. Just give me a second. I'm gonna type in the comments. Y'all can comment during the live stream. I'll interact. That's why I'm going live right now. I'm trying to go live with an audience. Take some questions. We can do some Q&As. I'm about to throw out some more topics. So I'm getting ready to put a. Give me a second. I'm putting this on. There we go. All right. Posted the question on the live chat, y'all. Y'all can just basically put on their Q&A on live stream. Ask away. More news that we're gonna get into. Cowboys signed safety Keanu Neal. Reported 1 year deal up to $5 million, $3 million at signing, but it could be up to 5. Thank you. We do have Malik Hooker, and I think it's Kazee, another teammate last year of Keanu Neal's from the Falcons secondary, and then Malik Hooker from the Colts. Coming out next week, probably doing some physicals and stuff, and interviewing with the Cowboys. I think one of them, I don't know if we're going to get both of them, but honestly, with me, I really want Malik Hooker. But definitely an upgrade with Neal. Thank you. We got to upgrade because that secondary is what needs help bad, especially at the safety position. That secondary has got to get better, has got to improve. That is a good signing. I don't care. It was up to $5 million for a year. Do not care. I just wanted somebody in that secondary. Let me know what y'all think on that one, Cowboy fans and sports fans. Honestly, my grade is an A- because that was by far the worst spot on your team, and you did get he may not be the best that came out on free agency, but with the money you had to work with, you got a good player. When healthy, he is a great player, and he can actually be a linebacker too. He's a hybrid. He could do other positions on the field, so he is gonna be great. Like, to have something like that on our defense is awesome right now. We have flexibility, a little bit more flexibility, and just on that alone, an A-. But I really do want Malik Hooker, from the Colts. I really want him. I want him to come in there next week and get signed. Hey, get them both. Get Kazee too. Like I said, I want that secondary better. And honestly, if you can get them, the two guys that come next week, if you can get them cheap, just like Neal, I'm on board with it. The big free agent signing of the day, Kenny Golladay was the receiver out of Detroit, from the Detroit Lions. He got a big contract, guys. He got a contract I was not expecting. Amount-wise, I did not see it happening in this free agency class. But he broke the bank. He almost got up there. With Amari Cooper contract money. 4 years, $72 million, $18 million a pop, basically a year. If you average it out, 18 times 4, that's 72. The amounts on the years could be different than that, but basically he's an $18 million dollar receiver now for the New York Giants. It was reported some other teams like the Bears and stuff like that. I thought the Jets were also still out there to get him as well. On the other side with the receivers they brought in, but no, it was actually the Giants pulled the trigger out of left field. So yeah, that's the big news. I also want to talk a little something. Go off here a little bit. There is still more news, and like I said, this story has been bothering me for days. It's not an easy story to be talking about or covering or putting out there, but it's the biggest news. And that star quarterback of the Houston Texans for now. Like I said, he's been asking for a trade all offseason. He just got a gigantic contract extension last year of basically like he makes basically like 2, 3 $2 million less per year than Dak Prescott's new contract. He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks, like top 4 in the whole league. And he signed like $156 million contract, $150+ million contract last year to stay with the Texans. He's been unhappy with them, how the season went. They went 4-12, and all the craziness with their coach and GM of last year, and basically was the opposite of Bill Belichick and didn't know what he was doing and made a stupid trade, traded away DeAndre Hopkins basically for a washer and dryer machine, if you ask me. It's pure stupidity. Yes, I understand some of the office could be upsetting to more crazily upsetting to Deshaun Watson and a lot of his teammates. But he wanted out. And this week has been all about these sexual harassment and sexual inappropriate misconduct reports. Supposedly, like I said, we don't know. It's not been proven. I'm not picking a side on either or. But there are allegations, very serious allegations, out against quarterback Deshaun Watson. There's been a lot of different speculations, a lot of different stories out there. We're gonna talk about them now. We're gonna get on the topic a little bit. But there is one story that I've been seeing out there, and one of them, look, reason why I made this show. Look, I know I'm not famous. I don't have the fanciest equipment like ESPN and FS1 and all these other people. I'm just a normal person trying to do doing what I like and love, and that's talking about sports. And I love my sports, and that's why I'm doing this. Because sometimes I really hate the way that they talk on ESPN and FS1, and I can't really stand how they are anymore and how ignorant they can come across. And I'm just being flat. This is just my opinion. I'm just speaking the truth. I don't care if they hear or come across this video. It's just my opinion of y'all right now. Your all stuff has gone overly stale, and you all cross the line way too dang much. And a lot of people get fired for some of the dumbest crap, but then you keep some of the people that say some of the insanest, racist, and stupid stuff, but you're scared to fire them. There's just a lot of hypocrisy that I see on these shows now. And I came across a Friday episode of Undisputed. And actually, between all the shows on regular sports channels, I really do love Skip Bayless. Yes, rightfully so. He kind of took a little bit of heat on his comments about Dak Prescott last year and the mental health issue. And yes, he did put out there, get help if you seek it. People make mistakes. I'm not going to run him out of town just because he had one bad take. I mean, he's been doing it for 40 plus years covering sports. Man's allowed a bad moment. Hello. All of us normal people do. We don't expect our whole lives to be ruined by one mistake. But here's one thing. I really was liking, for a while, Shannon Sharp. And they did a topic about Deshaun Watson. And the topic was teams are still interested for the services and trading for Deshaun Watson. And whenever they talked about it, I was disturbed by it. And I'm going to explain more. And this is where we have to take a back seat as sports fans, and honestly, the sports teams and organizations out there should definitely take a back seat and know what their priorities are. Shannon basically said he's not surprised because of the this isn't a legal suit. It's it's a lawsuit. It's not a criminal suit. Um, it's the main reason why. And I wanted the moment I heard that part, and I didn't even look. I can't even go anymore because I actually stopped watching it. I watched maybe a minute and a half, and then was sick to my stomach and stopped, turned it off. Look, if you can understand why teams are still calling that the Houston Texans right now to still offer trades and to trade for Deshaun Watson, then I'm going to call out right now, live on YouTube, any of those owners, GMs, coaches, anybody of those other teams, you're freaking idiots. And your head is so far stuck up you know where that it's sickening. The last thing that man Deshaun Watson needs to be worried about and thinking about is going to another football team to play football. His number one utmost priority and the priority of the NFL period should be him handling his legal issues and taking these very extremely serious allegations extremely seriously. It is now up to 22 people being reported, 22 women claiming to be assaulted by a member of your organization, NFL. And yet we still have teams apparently calling and trying to trade for his services for their football team. So let me get this straight. You're going to put out there that we don't all these serious rules and all these years past, Ezekiel Elliott, Ray Rice, you're going to put it out there. We do not tolerate abuse on women. And your butt can be out of the league due to it. And Ezekiel Elliott, who was not tried, no charges, suspended 6 games, and still talking about trading? Still trying to do trades? While somebody's up to 22 alleged women? 22. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm beeping my own self out. You all are getting the gist. It's sickening. No team, no organization, no owner should even be calling the Texans. That shouldn't even be on their list right now. He may be innocent, but the chances, and I'm speaking from a realistic person's standpoint, the chances that 20 plus women are all lying, you're a freaking idiot if you think there's a slim of good chance that many people are lying about the same thing about somebody. Now look, I don't like I said, I'm not it's not been proven. It's just the reports. Have any of y'all teams even read some of these cases and what they've said is alleged against that man? Why don't y'all just wait until it's over with and then go trade for him? That would be the professional. I want to say it again. Is this mic working? The professional way of handling it. Let the man, and Deshaun Watson, if you ever come across this, which you probably won't, but if you ever do, Why don't you shut up and stop worrying about a dang trade right now and worrying about your legal problem that you have? Seriously. Right now is definitely 0% the time or place to worry and talk about a trade. You're in the state, you're with the team that's in the state of where all this stuff is happening right now. You need to stay your butt down there and you need to handle your business and stop worrying about going somewhere else. And these other teams, owners, and GMs and coaches of these other teams that are or being reported still interested in calling for his services, why don't you be the responsible adults and let him stay right there where he needs to be to handle this? Because this is as serious as it gets. Other than murder, this is the next worst thing, people. I didn't see any team trying to trade for Aaron Hernandez. Idiots. The hell are we doing in society today? That's what I'm saying. This society and this world is backwards. All these millionaires, a lot of these millionaires and team up, you're in being idiots and you look like idiots. You're trying to say it's all about protecting victims and stuff, and we look out for victims. We don't tolerate these certain things. But really, what we're saying is, as long as our team gets the best players, we have the best chance to win. That's what's more important. Did y'all hear how I just sound? I sounded like a freaking idiot, didn't I? That's how you're coming across, NFL. That's how all you owners, all you GMs are coming across right now that are calling the Texans, still trying to get a trade right now. While you have potentially 20 plus victims. Because you don't know, because it's been a week. Just wait. Let the NFL continue their investigation. If the police get involved, which if you're not already, police down there, what the are you doing? What are you doing? Are we just, he's got millions, so we can't really touch him? What? I don't know how this is in a criminal investigation at this point. How is this not criminal in a criminal investigation? So much of this stuff, it's being reported that basically rape happened. Hello. That doesn't seem like a suing offense. That also seems like if it's true, and I don't know, maybe I need to investigate and see if it is and get as much evidence as I can. But if the evidence shows that this probably did happen, you need to be locked up. Any normal person would be that ain't got no millions of dollars. And all you sports fans out there know that's a dang fact. I'm just saying. And you got people out here calling it a smear campaign. Really? I could have understood that a lot more if it was 2-3 people. Yeah, that could possibly very well be a smear campaign. But 22? 20? 15 plus? 20? 22? You're reaching. You're doing more than reaching on that one. That is reaching. I'm baffled. I'm extremely baffled. by that, I'm extremely baffled that if teams are still willing and trying to trade for Deshaun Watson, knowing how worse this is coming out by the hour and by the day and by the number of complaints. And yet, years ago, Ezekiel Elliott with one woman out of Ohio, and the police found no evidence to even bring him to court or even arrest him or even take it to court. But yet the NFL steps in and gives that man 6 games. So there's many ways I'm going to look at that. I could look at this. One I could look at this is, wow, this is a player that's like a face of our league and a quarterback at the most important position in our league. We just signed a big $100+ billion deal with our TV rights. We can't have another Michael Vick situation here. We got to do some crowd control. We got to do some, oh man, we got to do whatever we can to just smooth this over. Forget the potential victims. Forget them. They don't care about them. So in a lot of ways, it's exactly how you're coming across as a league. And it's sick. Freaking sick. I swear, if I see that man traded while all this stuff is coming out and it keeps getting worse, whatever team gets traded, I hope and I pray that in some ways, well, oh man. Look, I'm trying to stay 50-50 here. But the sounding of 20+ people lying about the same thing is so extremely low and so mind-blowing that it's almost getting to the point where you cannot give him the benefit of the doubt anymore. It's almost getting that bad. All the way to people are giving the exact location, dates, times, and all this stuff. Like they flat out remember what took place and that they were scared. They were scared and terrified of that man. I mean, that's the reports that you basically have out on him right now. Is that he abused his power as an NFL figure, as a millionaire, as a rich and wealthy athlete to possibly terrorize women and took full advantage of them. And your all's message is, hey Houston, will you take 2 first rounders and a 4th rounder for Deshaun Watson? Is that what's probably going on behind doors? We still trying to get a trade? We're still worrying about a trade? It's sick. It leaves a sick taste in my mouth. A sick taste in my mouth. And I'm gonna tell you what, if any of this comes out to be true, those people that were trying to still get him, I hope your names gets out there. I hope I find out, because if that ever does come about, I'm gonna bash the heck out of you on this show. I'm gonna bash you. I'm gonna bash you as a person, a human being. I'm gonna bash you If you're a parent, I'm going to be even more sick, because then that means you only care about profiting and winning instead of victims. And that's sickening. Just sickening. I don't even. Oh my. The only thing that Deshaun Watson needs to be doing is, if he didn't do it, be fighting it and doing whatever he can legally, and stop worrying about his NFL future for the time being and worry about the present. And every other NFL person needs to do the same themselves and let him worry about what he needs to be worrying about right now, instead of bringing him in, trading for him, and this and that, and taking him out of the state where he needs to handle his business, where this stuff is reported to happen, and fight for his name. If he didn't do it. If he did, like I said, if a team trades for him, knowing all this stuff is getting worse and worse coming out there, you disgust me. And honestly, I hope you all lose a boatload of fans. I hope your team revenue drops. I hope organizations against violence come after you. And basically, I hope that they try to basically boycott you. I hope whatever team trades for him, if he is proven that he's done some of this stuff, I hope they boycott your team. I really do. I really do. Because in that case, all you're doing is giving the middle finger to all these victims and being a hypocrite, NFL as an organization as a whole. Whenever you're being two-faced here. You're really coming across as two-faced. And really, if that happens, I would be extremely ticked off if I was somebody like Ray Rice. Definitely somebody like Ezekiel Elliott. I'll be calling the commissioner every freaking day, being like, "What in the heck is this about? When this and this happened to me, and I handled my business the right way and the way I'm supposed to do it, and this, I get slapped in the face, and this guy gets basically whatever the heck he still wants." Explain that to me. Have y'all not gone out and read the statements of these victims? Nobody? Because it's highly disturbing. Highly disturbing. It's worse than the Big Ben situation. Way worse. This is insane. Seems like quarterbacks can do whatever, and the other positional players can be out of the league if necessary. Seems like a double standard to me. Seems like there ain't no fairness in that league you call the NFL. Sickening. Let me know what y'all think. Comment. Like I said, I'm on here. Just disturbing. Well, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, but thank y'all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my channel, Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. Please interact. You can leave comments, like and subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Please help me grow this channel. I really want to eventually grow and make this something big and make this as successful as possible. But to be honest, I got to be upfront. It's been a rough 2 weeks, first 2 weeks of this. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just being honest here. I know that being new and 2 weeks in and never doing it, but I enjoy it. I think that I think I do a pretty decent job with the materials that I have. You know, I don't come from a lot of money at all, at all. I do this for fun, but I mean, yeah, I know the page is very small. I know there's only 4 subscribers and stuff like that, but I really, I'm gonna try to stay patient, keep doing this, keep going strong. I know I'm putting out a boatload of videos. I'm putting numerous hours into this, and I don't know. One day, I'm just kind of hoping that it pays off in the end. I hope it works out because this has always been a dream of mine and a hobby of mine to have like a show. So I don't know, but I know that Texas stuff is really bothering me. That Deshaun Watson stuff is really bothering me, and it should be bothering a lot more people out there. But I do have to say I am getting sick and tired of all these sports shows and everybody still trying to basically they're acting as if this is I don't know. I don't know. I'm just baffled. How we can still be talking about potential trades, how we're talking about anything other than really what's going on in the magnitude of it, and just telling somebody flat out what that needs to happen. 100% needs to happen. Stop worrying about your NFL right now. Stop worrying about this. Stop worrying about that, and worry about this serious case instead. I don't know why nobody is trying to put that out there. It baffles me. Straight up baffles me. But again, this is the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. Please like and subscribe. You know, tell people about the channel. Spread the word. That's the only way this channel can grow, honestly. I'm still studying and trying to learn on the editing and actually put up videos in my videos and stuff like that. So just please give me time. But please continue to just chug along with me, y'all. Thank you all. Hope y'all have had a good weekend. And until next time, peace out, guys.